seen, I was just doing some cleaning inside the car, cleaning up the floor. I did some spanning foam over there, which I'll show you why when I get you spun around here. My neighbor gave me some material that's pretty close to the factory color of this Explorer, the seats. It's not exact, but it's close enough. I think I can make it work for a couple things. I'm going to show you what I was doing off camera because I did not expect it to work, and quite honestly, I'm not sure it has worked, but it's something that I think I'm going to live with. Now keep in mind, I've never wrapped anything in my life outside of a gift. So I've got a couple little spots here and there where it's not 100% smooth and pretty, but it looks better than it did when it had a giant hole here for the handle, and it had a hole up here for the old window controls. She's not perfect by no means, and it is what it is. I think for a rat rod it's gonna be just fine once everything gets clean and marked up pretty good. Like I said, I did spray some foam over in that area. Basically behind this one I've already sprayed, and I put foam bats in. The Explorer had like these plastic bags, for lack of a better term, and those plastic bags had insulation in them, and they were crammed all over in the place. And I decided I was going to stockpile them back behind all this to help seal that area. Once I do the doors, I'll load some of them up in the doors too, because this car's going to have AC. Might as well try to insulate it the best I can. Plus it helps with road noise and stuff like that. The Rat King does not have any of that type of stuff, and she squeaks and she's loud and the road noise is loud, but I've just kind of left it go because it's a rat rod and it doesn't have windows, and it's deafening loud inside anyway. The exhaust is just ridiculous, so quieting the body down really doesn't do a whole lot for it. This thing here should drive like a modern car. If I can get it to be quiet inside, I'm going to get it to be quiet inside, even if it's loud outside. It will be louder than the stock because we're going to modify the exhaust and do some basic crap like that, but that will allow me to at least help control the temperature on the inside. So I've got my power windows in today. I've not even opened them to look at them yet because I've been dicking around with this, but I'm probably going to go ahead and I might try to get this seat put back in on this side, and then I might start over on that quarter over there in the rear and trim that quarter panel and put it in. So not sure exactly what all I'm going to be touching on. I'll just keep you on a time lapse. It's one of those days where it's just kind of hit and miss. I had no intention on doing any of this fabric stuff and wrapping and trying that because I've never done it before, but I had. That was given to me. I had a thought looking at it when I was piecing this stuff together and was like, well, I'm going to try that real quick. So I spent like 2 hours off camera. I could probably strip these now and do them better. I'm not going to. Simple as that. It's not that important in the grand scheme of things, but it allowed me to kill some time and while I'm waiting for stuff to get here. So that's where I'm at. I'm going to go ahead and put you guys back on a time lapse here on whatever I choose to work on next. I'll see you guys in a minute. Hey guys, good morning. I'm back out in the garage. Actually, it's, I guess, technically afternoon. Did some work last night and getting the interior put together, and made a pretty shitty mistake. Yeah, sorry, didn't realize you couldn't see me. You're like right up in my face. I'll flip you around. You guys seen I did the trim and wrapped that stuff there. Well, I decided I was going to make this quarter panel and go ahead and get the whole rear upholstery basically in. And because I'm stupid and wasn't really paying attention on these, this is my new one. I just went to a junkyard today and picked this one up. And on the back door panels, I basically cut this line right here. I just follow that line straight all the way up through and make it a nice flat portion, and then around this corner, around that corner over. And that's how this one here went, and it fits pretty damn good. There you can see my less than perfect interior. Sorry, I'm trying to move the seat up so I can get in here a little better. But that gives me that nice line all the way across, and it puts that wood trim here that you see about an inch down. Well, on the front doors, which I have over here, sorry, I was thinking it was already on the car. I had it off last night. But on the front door, they end up like that, with that wood line directly underneath the window garnish. It's kind of hard to see here, I know. I'm trying to hold it up with one hand. There we go. So basically that wood goes right below the garnish. And I knew there was a difference in how I cut them. I knew that going in. I specifically looked at it and said, yeah, I want to make sure that no matter what, because I only have so many of these panels, I don't want to cut it wrong. And I was like, you got to keep about an inch of that back door panel. And then I turned around and cut it directly on top of that line like the front one, and basically ruined that panel. I looked all over online to try to find this panel. Could not find anyone that had it, even remotely a decent price to buy used. Some of them, I mean, online were going for $300 for a door panel. Went to a junkyard, dug through 3 different trucks before I found one that's basically the exact same. The biggest difference is it has like a light, almost off-white perforated vinyl, or perforated leather, where ours has the traditional textured leather instead of the perforated. So I went ahead and ground down the back of all this pieces here and got all the little clips loose. I'm going to do the exact same thing with this one, and I might rewrap these cushion pieces on all 4 door panels and do them in the same color fabric that I have right there on those. That way it helps kind of tie it in, makes it look more uniform, puts that color throughout the entire cab of the car so it looks less out of place. Because it's not a perfect match, but hey, freeze free, and it's good enough for what it's built. I'm not mad at it in the least. So I'm probably going to set you guys up on a time lapse. I got to get some cleaning stuff done real quick first and try to move around some stuff and maybe clean me off a little work area. Then I think I'm going to try to wrap some of those and take these out of this door panel here. And then once I get that, I'll be able to cut the door panel and install it. I'll probably take the other one out, and whatever I do to this one, I'm going to do to that one. I also might change the piece going down here. Piece that sits there, snaps in. I showed you. Yeah, I wrapped that up, but it's starting to already kind of peel a little bit right there, and kind of move around. That could just be because I got bad contact glue. I mean, I didn't have a lot of it. It's the first time I've ever done it. But I think I might trim that and leave the hole there and just rewrap it, and then maybe put like a piece of, not to say metal grating, but something, yeah, similar to this. Some kind of plastic, perforated plastic with holes in it, and just paint it black. So it looks more like a speaker opening, I guess, so to speak. And that allowed me to get that fabric a little tighter, and it also helped get some of the wrinkles out, I think. Being that that's the first time, like I said, I'm positive if I cut it out, I can get in there and get it to look better. And that's just me being just being anal, basically. I don't think it looks terrible as it sits. By all means, I don't think it's not going to affect anything. You know what I mean? People aren't going to look at that and be like, man, I can't believe he left it like that. I mean, it is what it is. It's a rat rod. But I think it would service a good purpose to cover this in this same material. That way it kind of blends in all the way around the car. I'll do the same thing on the front door panel. And honestly, I think I might do it on this too, down the road. I might get a couple pieces sewn and then take that apart, wrap that. And, you know, maybe wrap a couple of the different piece that's inside of here. You know, maybe even that center dash bezel or something, or the glove box door, just to help push that pattern a little further through the car. So that's what's going on today. I know the seats have been a nightmare to get in that car. For whatever reason, they didn't want to fit. I've got new hardware coming for the seats. I'm actually just going to through bolt them. I got some 1/2 inch by 3 inch with 1/2 inch square washers and lock washers to sandwich down through it. That way I can just basically mount them where I want, because the factory mounts are interfering with all kind of crap. They're stopping me. I finally cut all the spring systems out. And that thing has like a lever, and you pull up on the lever and it lays the seat down. Well, that crap fought me the entire time. It's made of so many pieces that I couldn't get the back feet to sit flush and level and the back be level at the same time. And then I would get it locked in, and I'd start adjusting and start trying to measure it out, and for whatever reason something in there was not working properly. It kept wanting to release the upper part, and the upper part would fall down, and then as soon as it fell down, it screwed you. You couldn't do nothing. So I legitimately just took a grinder to all that crap, cut every bit of that stuff out, rebolted the brackets together. Now, if once the seat's back is in position, the seat back won't fold down. I don't care about that. It doesn't mean anything to me to have a fold down seat, especially in this. It's not like I'm hauling lumber. It's not like it's being used as a truck. But what it allows me to do, you're back around here, those floor bolts down there, I can take both floor bolts loose on this leg and the leg over there and lift this straight up now. And it gives me full access to all the hardware below. Through bolting all of them, I think that's going to be the way to go. That will also allow me to get the spacings a little better, because right now the spacing is slightly off left to right across the car. And it's not that their locations in the floor are wrong, it's that the inside diameter of the car, from the inside of the inside of the panel to the inside of the panel, are drastically different than what they were. So it'll allow me to play them and tweak them a little bit. I think that hardware will be here tomorrow. I'm not positive, but that's definitely here coming up soon. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop yapping, because that's what I'm doing. Because I don't know, it's hot. I'm disorientated this morning. I don't feel real hot. Spent most of the morning in the junkyard. So that's where we're at. I'm gonna go ahead and start screwing around with this and disassembling that door panel over there, and we'll go from there. guys, I did a little time lapse on one of the door panels and a trim piece. That's all I'm going to work on today because I've got some stuff I got to do and it's starting to get late. I've been putting it off too long. I'm going to flip you around, let you see what's up. I made a trim piece for the corner all the way down. I altered these and cut the holes back in them. I still don't know if I like that piece or not, but that's always something that can come out. And I took that same material and reupholstered this section. Not 100% sold on it, but I think it'll help tie those colors in, especially if I add some to the console up here and a couple other spots. I don't know. All in all, I don't think it looks terrible, especially not for the first time I've ever done anything like that. I'll take you around the other side. Let you see what the trim piece looks. Nice and in line with the door all the way down. It bumps out just a hair here. There's actually a little bump out on the panel there, but I can't really do a whole hell of a lot about it. But I don't think it looks terrible. I was able to kind of help that little hole there, that little split, and get it a little tighter. It's still not perfect, but whatever, man. I mean, it is what it is. These door panels are made up of about 8,000 little pieces. I stripped them out. On the back side, I'll show you on this one. I'll flip the camera around here. All those the padded pieces that sit over here and the wood grain trim, they all just pop through like it's plastic that's been melted. So I hit all those with a grinder and cut them all down, and that allows me to take them off. And then basically this is what you end up with. I was able to reupholster that on that other one, and then all I did was I take that hot wire tool that I had, this thing here, and once they go in, I come back in from the back and hot press them back together with those little wires, and everything came together real tight and pretty clean overall. I'm happy with it. I mean, it's not perfect by no means, but for something that I have never done this crap. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm just trying it. And free material and everything, heck, I think it turned out quite all right. That's where I'm going to cut it off for tonight, just because I've got other crap to do. I also did a little work on the hood. I don't know. Yeah, I don't really want to open it yet. These back pieces here were pretty soft, and I got some of this and beat back through there with a hammer, and then panel bonded them in all the way across. I'm gonna have to hit it with a little bit of a sander and knock it back down, but me and Dad kind of tag teamed that throughout the day, and this is the this is the one that I screwed up on, that I cut wrong. So hopefully when that's all set up, that'll help the hood keep its shape back there. And then I'm going to continue to mess around probably for a couple days on the interior and try to get them in here. I emailed about the windows for the doors because that's gonna hold me up. That and the windshield. I emailed about both of those today to see when they were to get here. These quarter windows, worst case scenario, I don't have to have. I can leave them just as they sit. They're not bothering anything. The only thing is I can't open this one because the latch down here is broke, and I got to get the glass out to drill it and clean it and tap it. And the other one over there, it does open, but man, that window is pretty toasty. It's been smacked really hard one time and it's spiderwebbed all across it. I think I'm going to put some clear tape over it for right now. The body shop next door has like a clear film they put on like broken car windows for like when they got to sell outside, and you hit it with a heat gun and it like kind of shrinks around it. I think I might do that to that window just for the time being, because the company I ordered through is kind of acting like those back windows are going to be delayed more than they already have. I don't know. I ordered those a week and a half ago, maybe, and aside from paying for it, which they've already taken money, I have not actually heard from them until today when I emailed them. But they kind of the lady I talked to today really didn't give me a yes or no on if those are back ordered. If they're back ordered, I told her, I was like, that's fine, just let me know. I was like, I just want the money back if that's the case. Like, 'cause I'm not going to pay for them and wait 6 months for you guys to cut glass. I'll take the one good one I have and take it out, and I'll go have them cut somewhere. It's perfectly flat safety glass. It shouldn't be super expensive. And they're the identical window either side. So I might do that, and I contemplated doing that with these. Originally, I was planning on taking these out and putting mirrors in, using the Explorer, the big mirror, because they fit pretty good up there. I'm not sure if that's what I want to do. I'm still tossing ideas. It's one of those things that doesn't have to happen until the doors are closed up. So even that's kind of on hold, really. So that's why I've been kind of focusing more on the interior components here and trying to get them to look right. I want to have to put a C-clamp or something on that and hold it because it's not wanting to stick. Also, something else. My neighbor gave me this. Now that's a bumper off a late 60s, early 70s Camaro. Now, it's not, obviously for this car, it's a little wider than this car. I'd have to take about a foot out of that. But I think what I want to do, if I get it to sit here, so in this position where I think you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. Stand. There. All right, let me flip you around. All right, I want to take, it needs to be, when we hold it up, it comes out, it's about a foot past the car. So what I'm thinking is find the center here, come 6 inches either side, and cut that section out. And then I'm basically going to take the two outer pieces, butt them straight together, put the piece I cut behind it, and use that as a threshold. And basically use it as a back plate to sandwich the two pieces together with some bolts and just bolt it up. And then it should be close enough that it will fit right through there. And it fills that gap pretty nicely. Leaves the hitch accessible. It's not the exact idea I had, but again, free is always great, and that's a free bumper. I have a front bumper for this, the one that came off the 49. It's in pretty dang rough shape. He said he's going to look and see if he's got another bumper that he thinks will work. Hey, hang on, we got a visitor. Where'd you go, buddy? Okay, now that I lost you. Oh well, he decided to run away. I think he's under the car now, because I sure don't see him. Oh, a little toad. I don't know, one of the other videos I think I showed, my wife saved about 8,000 little tadpoles, and they're all tree frogs. Maybe he was one, maybe he's not, I don't know. I thought they were all tree frog larvae, or tree frog tadpoles. The ones that I've seen hatch that were just freshly out, they all are definitely tree frogs. That little toad just hanging out visiting. So, I don't know, man. I'm rambling. I'm tired. I'm going to go ahead and put a clamp on that, let it sit overnight until that stuff can dry. Hopefully, it will dry and stay on there, because I don't mind that look at all. I think that will look all right as long as I can get this piece to seat correctly. So, I appreciate you guys coming and checking it out. I will see you boys on the next one. Thanks for watching.